Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another Marine ECM video, this time working in a MEFI 4. It's a Bobo Penta 5.0 Gxi-C coming from Florida. Charles, this is your computer. Trying to get as much as I can, test it and possibly repair. Let me just show you what I have here. So I have Charles ready to go and be connected in here. So let me actually move this in here because it has his information. And I'm going to show you that page in a second, but on the screen where I remove already his personal data. All right, so this is so you can see I have, again, Charles in here. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 more there. So it should be a total of 7 MEFI 4s that I have to test. So we're going to get a nice roll of MEFI 4. I'm trying to test the same modules as quick as possible, and also at the same time, like that, I don't have to connect and disconnect, connect and disconnect, and change the harnesses, because that is also time consuming. All right, as you see, I have everything ready to go. Let me move this page here, because this is for Charles. I have the load for the injectors and the coils, or coil in this case. The oscilloscope, which is going to show us the signal, a graph way of seeing the voltage. And then you can see how the injector fires and everything. Sorry, and also the coil. Let me drink a little bit of the water. And this is the simulator that will inject the signals that I need, RPM, control the throttle position sensor, and orders. I create all these harnesses, so don't ask me where I get them because I made it. All right, so let me get the diacom and the picoscope in the view. So the bottom one, again, is like a multimeter, but a graphing. It's more than that, right? But it's because it's a fast capture oscilloscope. But let's say it's a graphing device that will take the voltage and it makes an image for us to analyze it, right? And the one on the top is just the diagnostics. It's Diacom Rinda Diagnostics for Marine ECMs, and that's very good. I use it all the time. I recommend it, fully recommend it. All right, so this is a MEFI 4. The part number is a 12569494. Oh, before I go there, let me show you what Charles' concerns are, right? All right, let me move those to 1 second. All right, so this is, again, the same computer we have connected in here. I always take a picture of the computer, so we not only see the part number, we also see the unique number, which is after the letter 821420103, and I write that on the folder for each customer. Charles is from Florida, and it says the engine will not stay running. I can hear the fuel pump energized when the key is turned on. Would like to know if any fault codes and if the module is functioning properly. I'm sorry, Charles, it took me a little longer to get to your module, but like I said, I'm loaded with work and I'm trying to do my best. All right, so let's do the test. So let me put, well, let's do the connection first, right? Because we need to have the computer connected. All right, so this is connector J2, and this is connector J1. You can see that the computer outside is a little crusty. I mean, these are all computers, but it's already peeling off from corrosion, you know, from the aluminum casing or whatever, spilling up the paint. All right, so let's turn my power supply on. You see when that happens, because this will come on. Not yet. Maybe a little more light in here. That will help, right? Okay. All right, we got now use. Let's power this up and see. I have a test light here. This is a substituted value for the fuel pump. So if the computer comes on, we'll see a 2-second prime, which it is on, and now it's off. So that is a normal behavior. I can see fiber reference and sensor ground. These lights in here will tell me that. So everything seems to be normal so far. Let's try to connect. We're going to MEFI 1 to 4. We click OK. It did detect the computer very well. And let's connect. Computer has 451 12.4 hours, and it seems like it has 2 trouble codes. So let's see what trouble codes we have. Throttle position sensor voltage low. So let's see what we have now here. So let me save this for Charles. You're not seeing what I'm doing, but I'm saving the diagnostics report. History. I'm not going to put much information so I don't take all the time from you, but just give me 1 second to save this. What is this going on? I don't know why I opened this. Cancel. Open notes. All right, let's try it one more time. Not sure what happened there. Charles. Florida. It's very late. It's like 6:30 p.m. in the afternoon or in the evening. Let me print. Oh yeah, it's asking to print for one node. Not sure why. Okay, now it's. I'm not sure why I changed that. You know, Windows doing its own stuff without your, consent. All right, now we're in the correct thing. Marine, Mobile Penta, MEFI4, customers, and this is a 5.0 Gxi-C. Password. Oh, right here. Perfect. All right, that is also important. The calibration is a 6CFE. I need to write that down. I always say that data. So 6CFE, right? I cannot see it. What are you? Yeah, 6CFE. 6CFE, and we have 451.4 hours. So 451. Right. Now that is all saved in his folder. Sorry I took the time to do that, but I need to. All right, let me see what we got in the throttle position. Right now we have, where are you? Too many bits sometimes in a computer makes it hard to find where everything is. Should be in percentage. I don't know why I cannot see it. Like I said, I'm a little tired, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah. All right, here. Throttle position is on 11.3%. Oh, I haven't put the information for you guys, right? That's very important. Let me put that bit in there so you can see that the throttle is reading 11.3, which is normal. The manifold absolute pressure is a little high, which I'm going to lower. Before that, I'm going to play with the throttle, and we can see that it's actually reading. I like to keep it in between 6 to 10%. I'm going to lower the manifold air pressure, which is, I always keep it at 12.6 inches of mercury for my tests. And the reason I do that is muscle memory. So I want to make sure that if I see something abnormal, it's a little hard to adjust. These snaps are so small. That's the only thing about very small tools. It's a small footprint. It's hard to do. But yeah, so I'm not going to erase anything yet until I have it running. So we have 53.2% Fahrenheit of manifold air temperature is cold. I can change that to like 70. That's what I usually have when I want to run the engine here. So close enough. And then the coolant is okay, 163.9. Again, the manifold air pressure is in 12.5 right now. That's close enough of what I usually use. And the rest, we already saw the throttle. So let me just put the RPM. Where are you, RPM? Engine runtime. Like I said, there's so many data pits in here. Engine speed right here. Perfect. Because I want you to see if it runs. We will see activations of the injectors, which is what I have right now in there. But let's see, I'm going to have to change also the RPM. So this one starts very low, or very low RPM. So I need to bring it up to like at least 600 to start analyzing anything. Right, we got 600 RPMs. That actually looks like one of the channels on the oscilloscope is way up, right? Yeah, we can see that. So let me bring it down. I did put the measurements that you can see there. So those are the mean and maximum on the the blue channel, and then the injector milliseconds, which is right now in 2.49, that is correct. I see both injector signals nice and clean. I don't see nothing abnormal so far. Let me move one channel over to the coil. I'm going to move the blue channel over to the coil. We can see the activation of the ignition coil. That's actually the coil. And it is actually nice and clean as well. So nothing abnormal so far. The fuel pump is staying on. Let me go back to the injectors, which probably, let me keep it on the coil to see if when we accelerate or something, if we miss anything. I'm going to raise the speed, and it's okay if we, like when I press the button on this simulator, you can see how it goes, like the signals disappear for a second. That is just because of the pressing in there. It's not enough that you can adjust it smoothly. This is like a digital button, and that cuts the signal for that little press or little time that I keep it pressed. So 950. Trying to make it as quick as possible so we don't lose the signal, but it still happens. Yeah, everything actually looks pretty good. Blue is coil firing, red is injector time. Everything seems to be normal. I want to erase the flow code now to see if anything comes back. Engine shutdown telltale set. So something is going on because this throttle position sensor voltage low, and the telltale set could possibly be that at one time something shorted in the harness and it make the computer, shut down. And that could potentially be there because, as you can see right now, I have no fault codes. So right now there is 0 trouble codes, and the engine is running at 3,000 RPMs. You can see the signals in there, no issues whatsoever. And the signals are nice and clean. So Charles, this computer so far is looking like it's fully operational. Nothing wrong with this. I'm going to move the throttle just to see the behavior on the AEC. Let me select the throttle position, which I now know where it is. I can see if I'm going negative or positive. Yeah, I'm going to the correct. Yeah, and I can see the AEC actually moving properly. And we can see that also here because we should have an AEC throttle follower. Yeah, you can see right now it's saying 84 steps. If I change the throttle, let me see, what is the other one? Maybe that's not the pit. AEC, oh yeah, that's not the correct pit. So the pit is this one, AEC position. So I'm going to change. I don't see a movement. And that is also because of the RPM. So I need to change the RPMs. I'm going to come down. I'm in 800. You can see now that the steps changing, and I can see the lights. Hopefully you can also see it here. Sometimes it's better if I keep the light down so you can see this changing, and now look at the IX position, 245 steps, and that all depends on how much throttle you are given to. Right now, that is actually also in consideration. It all depends on how much RPMs you have and what are you requesting the computer to be at. We are in 650 now. Let me raise up the RPMs one more time. You see how the IX changes immediately. You see it went from 244 or 45 to 82. I'm not changing the throttle. I'm just going to play with the RPMs. As soon as I come down to idle, now we're in 100 and something, 120, 130, 140. So you can see it's very, very connected to RPM, but it is, I can see the IX moving properly. So nothing abnormal on this computer, Charles. The only thing I don't like is, oh, I know what I'm reading that wrong because I'm reading the blue channel. So let me move this here and use the red channel for the coil, because otherwise I will be reading the pulse width on the coil, not on the injector. I was going to say 4 milliseconds. So yeah, the computer in the computer bank or per bank request is around 1.7, but in reality, if we see there, we got 2.4, which is normal. I have seen this across all these MEFI 4s, and that's usually like that. It all depends on the calibration. That's it. But yeah, no issues whatsoever here, Charles. I think that your problem is in the boat, not in the computer. This is a very good working computer. This is, again, guys, it's going to be a short video, and I'm going to have another one coming next, probably Blake Luthi from Idaho. This is going to be his next computer. This is a good test, a good computer, and I'm not going to do anything to it because it's working excellent. No issues at all. All right, so I'm going to stop this video, guys. Thank you so much for visiting the channel and follow up with that one. So it's going to be a series of MEFI 4 tests and hopefully some repairs, right? Because we're here to do work, not just to test, but also help the customers. If you have any automotive or marine computers, please think about my business. Just copy the same name on the YouTube channel and add the .com, and you can find me. All my shipping address, contact information, email, everything is on my website. Thank you so much, guys, and please don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, YouTube promotes more of my videos, and that's how you find me. It's also for free, so thank you so much if you do so. All right, see you next time. Bye-bye.